Okay, go to page 344 in your book. We're going to do example 2. Page 344. This is something similar to what you did in a test. Just borrow one from the back. Okay? Alright, so let's read this. It says, a student's council rents a portable dunk tank as a fundraising activity. Whoa. Students pay for the chance to hit a target with a ball and dunk a what? A teacher into a tank of water.
Let's do this.
How much money would you pay for that? Ouch. The relationship between the number of balls thrown, or the number of people who buy a ticket, I guess, X, and the profit, Y, in dollars, can be represented by the equation 3x minus 2y minus 600 equals 0. This is the wrong graph. So we have the equation 3x minus 2y minus 600 equals 0. Okay? Where x is how many balls have been thrown, y is the amount of money they've made in profit. Okay? A asks us to write the equation in slope-intercept form. Is it already in that form?
No.
No. What's the general form for slope-intercept form again?
Y plus mx plus b.
Yeah, it's this. Y equals mx plus b. So the question is, if I'm going to write this in slope-intercept form, how do I go from here to here? Any ideas?
Negative 2y plus 3, 6. Or 3x.
Here's the key. You'll notice that in slope-intercept form, y is isolated. Right? It's just y equals a bunch of other stuff. So the key to converting any equation, any linear equation, into slope-intercept form is to solve for y. Am I clear on that? That's the key. All right, we're going to solve for y. That's how you convert anything into slope-intercept form. Got it? Okay, so let's do that. We're going to take 3x minus 2y minus 600. We're going to bring everything that is not attached to y to the other side of the equation. Okay, so we're going to bring the 600 over. We're going to bring the 3x over. What happens when you change sides? Good. So negative 2y stays on the left. Nothing happens there. Bring the other things over. So this would be, I'm going to put the x first. Negative 3x plus 600. Why did I put negative 3x plus 600 and not 600 minus 3x? Like, why not do this? Because this would still technically be right.
It makes
Because
calculations easier.
y equals mxb.
Yeah. In slope-intercept form, you have y equals something times x plus b. That's kind of the order it goes in. You won't be wrong if you reverse it, but it's just trying to keep to the form. Okay? How do I get rid of this negative 2 in front of y?
Divide both sides by negative.
Divide it out. Okay? So we divide this side by negative 2 and everything else by negative 2. So this goes over negative 2, this goes over negative 2. Okay? So I'm left with y equals negative 3 over negative 2. That just cancels to positive 3 over 2. Right? Negative over negative makes a positive. Minus 600 over negative 2, which is negative 300. Good? With me? Good. So, again, How do you convert something into slope-intercept form?
Find slope.
Come on, guys, wake up.
Solve
For y.
Solve for y. Thank you. Good. B. State the slope of the line. What does the slope represent? What's the slope of this line?
2/2.
3/2. What does that mean in context of the problem?
3 up, 2 right on the graph.
In context of the problem. You got some kids throwing some balls at a target on a tank, and they have to pay money to throw those balls, and
That's the
they made some
slope.
profit. It's not talking about the trajectory of the ball. We're talking about profit and money in this case. What would 3/2 have to do with all of that?
Oh, for every $2 you pay, you get 3 balls to throw. No.
Maybe if I convert it into decimal form, that might help. No? What if I started with this again? And I just said what this basically means in context of the question. The amount of profit these kids make from their fundraiser is equal to 1.5 times the number of balls that have been thrown minus 300. What could that 1.5 mean?
How much money they make for it?
Close.
How much it costs
How much it costs to do what?
To throw the
throw
balls.
the ball.
To throw a ball. Right? So when I go to this booth and I want to throw the ball at the tank so I can dunk my teacher in the water, how much is it going to cost me?
$1.50.
$1.50. Okay? So this is the slope represents the cost per ball. And that kind of makes sense because if you took the cost per ball and multiplied it by the number of balls you were selling, that would tell you how much money you had coming in, right? C asks to identify the y-intercept. What is that?
Negative 300.
Y-intercept is negative 300. What could that mean in context of the problem? And no, don't just say that's where it crosses the y-axis. What does it tell me about this problem?
The cost. Sorry, Chief.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, the cost to rent the dunk tank. Okay.
Yeah, right? If I want to run a dunk tank booth, I need to buy the dunk or rent the dunk tank from somebody, or I could buy it, but renting would be a little bit cheaper, right? So I need to spend some initial money up front. Okay? That's what this y-intercept is. Okay? It's the cost to rent the dunk tank. Cost to rent dunk tank.